Hi, Barb Iverson coming to you from my home office in Minneapolis. I wanted to talk to you today about the issue about animal rescue. I'm highlighting with my blog today the group called, gotta pull it up again because I never remember, Angels for Animals Network. You can find them on Facebook. I've got a link in my blog. And I wanted to talk about the issue of rescue. And although it's really good, I think it's fantastic that people are stepping forward and trying to adopt these animals and save them from euthanasia, because there are many shelters and humane societies that do euthanize animals just because they haven't been adopted for a set period of time. Now, what that time is varies, I suppose, from shelter to humane society. And but just think about it a second. What if we did that with people? There's a lot of children that need to be adopted. What if we said, okay, if you reach your 18th birthday and you haven't been adopted yet, that's it. We're just going to kill you. How ridiculous is that? You know, nobody anticipates that that's going to happen, or nobody would think that that would be viable to do that. So why do we think it's okay to do that to animals? And although the people that rescue animals from euthanasia, just to have them in another crate waiting for adoptions, and on a not hardwood, concrete floor, although they have the good intentions, that's not really much of a rescue either. A proper rescue probably is to foster that animal so that the animal has some type of home environment, kind of like kids in foster care. But I can't even do foster care for animals, and we have 4 cats and a dog already. We're not really in position to foster animals, so I can't criticize anybody that can at least provide, that at least tries to rescue them from euthanasia. Okay? Sometimes I think, okay, I wish that dog breeders or cat breeders would stop breeding just for a little bit, a couple of years, whatever, however long is needed, until all of the animals that haven't been adopted are adopted. But that's like telling people, that you can't get married and have children, or just can't have children. Marriage isn't necessary, because until all of the children, are adopted. Well, that's not viable, and maybe this problem has been around since the beginning of time. I don't know, it probably has been. So I don't know, there's not really a good answer, a good solution. But here's something I thought of that just off the top of my head a few moments ago. Like they have in some states, and they do in Minnesota, have a wild cat sanctuary for people that have started to raise a wild animal, like, a lion, lynx, tigers, whatever. And then they got too big and they weren't able to care for them anymore and didn't know what to do. And, well, Wildcat Sanctuary thankfully has come to the rescue. What if each state were able to provide some place, maybe near the capital or out in the country somewhere, provide some kind of acreage where, like, it was state-owned or state-operated, whatever, taxes again, I guess. But I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of a solution. So I don't know, this isn't a perfect fix. It's just dreaming in the ideal world, that we had like a pet sanctuary, like dogs and cats and, bunnies, hamsters, whatever. Where the animals could live in foster care, like kids live in foster care. I don't know if that's even a viable solution, but maybe it's something that we could lobby for, could fight for. I don't know. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? Or do you have a better idea? Why don't you leave me some comments underneath the blog to let me know. Let's have a discussion about that. Maybe if we brainstorm, we can come up with a solution of what to do, how we can help this situation, because it's really hard for me to think of all of these animals that are potentially being euthanized just because nobody can adopt them, just because they have either too many or they've been at a shelter for a month or something like that. Some maybe inordinately short time period, or because they are not washed proper or haven't been cared for. I don't know what the reasons are. I'll tell you one of my dreams, though, that as my business is growing, I'm hoping that this will happen sometime by next summer, maybe, to purchase a hobby farm, like at least 10 acres, or I don't know what the acreage would be or anything, just a hobby farm, where we could rescue a bunch of animals, mostly dogs, cats, whatever, but maybe horses, bunnies, hamster, whatever. I don't know, because it's still in the dreaming part. And we have friends that we can ask to see if they would be willing to live there and take care of these animals. Like friends that are unemployed right now. We could hire. Now, we just bought our house. My partner and I just bought our house last summer, and we're not interested in moving to, the hobby farm. That's why, but these animals need daily care, That's why we're not, we would have to hire somebody, because money from my business is going to modify our house to fit our needs and things like that. And we can visit on the weekends at the hobby farm, whatever. But wouldn't that be neat, to be able to provide a home for all of those animals, for, I don't know, maybe your passion even is kids in foster care or in orphanages or something like that, to just provide a foster home type environment. Well, that's maybe not a whole lot different than an orphanage, or like had some kind of big dormitory type thing, stuff like that. Maybe it is better. I don't know. I'm really ignorant about that. I haven't looked into that issue. Right now, my passion is trying to help animals, because I personally don't believe that I think they feel emotions. I personally think they have a little bit of cognition, Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm full of it. Maybe I live in a dreamland. I don't know. But leave me some comments underneath my blog so that I can talk with you about it. Have some kind of conversation. Let's try to figure out a way that we can help these animals. Help put an end to animal cruelty. I don't know. This is such can be a big, broad subject. Animal cruelty, dog fighting, all kinds of stuff, and it's just, that's too massive. I started out this blog with the intention of just focusing on rescue. But see, once I start talking, then I start thinking, and then I start going, through the universe of all the possibilities. So maybe I shouldn't do videos accompanied with my blog, because it's hard enough for me to stop typing my ideas, let alone stop talking about my ideas. So, anyways, let me know what you think, and let's find a solution to this problem. Thanks. Bye.